something to eat. Then said the woman of Samaria unto Jesus, how is this that you, being a Jew, ask a drink of me, which am a woman of Samaria? For Jews have no dealings with the Samaritans. Again, like I said, Jesus shouldn't even have been there. Jewish people didn't even walk through Samaria, let alone ask some woman in Samaria for a drink of water. Jesus answered and said unto her, and get this, here's this word, if you knew. The word "knew" is the word "ido." It's the word for see. It's not the word "optimi," which means an optical look, just looking physically at something. It's the word that says, I looked and I saw. I looked and I got understanding. I came to know something. Jesus said, woman, if you knew the gift of God, if you could really, really see it, if you could really understand and see how God sees, and then you would see me, who I am, saying to you, give me a drink. And the tables would be completely turned at that point. You would have asked of him, God, if you really saw, and he would have given you living water. Do you see the last thing happening there too? I don't know if this is a little bit deep for somebody, but I just see God is showing us the same thing repeatedly in Scripture. If you could see with spiritual eyes what would happen, things would be different for you. Why would they be different? Because God's priorities would be your priorities. You may not always know it. You may not be able to put it on your agenda and say, God said for me to do this number one, this number two, this number. In fact, when people talk like that, they scare me because they always get their own agenda confused with God's agenda. This is my experience over 25 years in the ministry. I find that people that say, God first, family second. I'm like, wait a minute, family second? See how quiet it is? God first. This is how we figure it all out in Christian circles. We go, God first, family second. Yeah, but what if God calls you away from your family to serve him? No. God first, God second, God third, God fourth. Those that are first will be last. Those that think they got it down will be last. Those that don't know what's going on, they just got their eyes on Jesus. They're just saying, man, something happened to me today that's out of the ordinary. A Jewish guy showed up at Jacob's well and asked me for a drink. What's going on here? God is trying to show me something. He's trying to get me to see differently. But a lot of times we don't care. We don't care what the Mayan prophecy is. We don't care to look because we don't want to know, because we think we already know. Man, it's so quiet today. If you knew.